Thinking about selling your home and concerned about what it's going to cost you, I'm going to go over the 5 major expenses you should be prepared for when getting your home prepared to sell. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andre Holloman, your Connecticut real estate agent, also known as Andre CT Realtor. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 major expenses to be prepared for when getting your home up for sale. Typically, my clients give me a call 3 to 6 months or maybe even a year out when they're actually thinking about getting their home up ready for sale. Usually some kind of life event has happened or something that they're actually preparing for, and they want to get their home prepared and actually on the market when it's right for them. But one of the biggest concerns that you always have, not only is it the profit, but how much it's going to cost you to get the home up and ready to go. So in this video, we're actually going to talk about some of those things I discussed with them ahead of time to make sure they're prepared and they know what their numbers are going to look like before we even talk about the market and what their home is actually going to yield them as far as a profit or return. So let's get into those. Selling your home can be one of the best times to start your new memories or adventure in your life. It also can be one of the biggest investment payoffs as well. Selling your home does come at an expense, and we're going to break down those expenses and what you should expect. It's estimated and studied that the average cost to a seller on the side of their transaction can run between 10 to 15% of the home's value. Now, these costs can vary depending on your price point and location of your house, but it's a rough estimate to go by. Now, let's break down the costs that you should expect and then may want to plan for. So cost number 1, realtor fees. So this is one of the biggest expenses you'll have to account for should you choose to use a realtor. Now, it's very, very, very important that you understand realtor fees are negotiable. One of the main jobs of realtors is to market the home and make sure that it's giving you the best opportunity to get the best offer from the market, match it with the buyer. Sometimes that buyer may come directly to that realtor. Other times it may come from another realtor or professional in the area. Should you choose to use a realtor, make sure that you're aligning with the person that meets the values that you're looking for and that they also have the track record and the marketing capabilities to make sure your home gets top dollar on the market and gets presented in the best light available for you. So the second cost we're going to break down is the closing costs. So in Connecticut, we're a title state. So your closing will typically be done with an attorney who does the closing with you. Your attorney is going to give you the breakdown of their fees and what they actually take care of in the closing procedure for you. Some attorneys will have recording fees, documentation fees, bank wire transfer fees. Also, if they're doing any payoffs for you for water or sewer or from the mortgage payoff, they will let you know ahead of time what those fees are and what you can expect to incur. Now, depending on the market that you're in, you may find yourself in a position where you may actually be absorbing or helping the buyer with their closing costs. That would actually be handled with you, your attorney, and your real estate agent should you choose to do that based on the deal that you create. Right now in the market that we're in, it's kind of balanced, but we are seeing some sellers help the buyers out with closing costs, and other sellers may not have to actually worry about that, but that is going to be on a per deal basis. Cost number 3, your mortgage payoff. So unless your house is paid off for and you already paid the mortgage off, it's more likely you have a balance from when you bought the home to where you are right now, and you have to do a mortgage payoff. So your loan is going to be paid off from the proceeds of the buyer from the offer that you do accept. The attorney that you end up working with will actually pay that off for you, and they will get that information from you when you actually get under contract with your prospective buyer. Cost number 4, moving costs. Now, some people don't always take this into consideration. I think this is something that's very vital depending on the size of your home or depending on where you're actually moving to. Packing up your home and moving it somewhere else, it can be just as daunting or much of a task as it was from getting into the home to begin with. And what most people don't realize is the amount of time you end up spending in a house, you accumulate more things than you actually realize. So condensing, decluttering, and then figuring out what you're actually going to bring to the new place, you may want to talk to a mover or moving company to see what those costs would actually be to see if you can save yourself some time and headaches. Cost number 5, taxes. In Connecticut, can't run from them. One of the biggest things we pay in the state, taxes. Taxes, taxes, taxes. So depending on who you speak to, different closing attorneys can estimate from a 1% to 2.75% tax liability on the sale of your home based off the sale price. However, please consult with a CPA or a tax advisor to see what your exposure could be. Some of the taxes that you want to prepare yourself for be property taxes. And these are the taxes that you pay to the town that you're living in, and you're already configured in your monthly bill and your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance payment that you're already paying for your mortgage. Second tax is going to be the transfer or conveyance tax. This is the tax that actually happens when you transfer ownership from yourself to a property owner. In Connecticut, it's actually 0.75% that will be your conveyance tax. Fourth tax, capital gains tax. If you stand to make a sizable profit from the sale of your house, you may be subjected to capital gains from the government. As of this recording, the capital gains tax for Connecticut is 6.99%. So now that we're going over the 5 major expenses that you want to account for in the process of getting your home ready for sale, I'm gonna give you 2 bonus things to actually be prepared for that will be good expenses that will actually bring you profit or save you money in the process of selling your home. Let's talk about it. Number 1, a pre-home inspection. This $600 to $800 investment into your property may actually provide or save you thousands of dollars. I know that most people only hear about a home inspection when they're buying a home, but as a seller, depending on the length of time that you lived in the home, especially 5, 7, or 10 years or more, you may want to get a home inspection done ahead of time. Doing a home inspection prior to putting the home on the market will actually uncover anything that is going on with the home prior to the general public seeing the house. This will actually give you the ability to have leverage to say and choose, should you fix the problem ahead of time or give yourself the ability to negotiate ahead of time with the prospective buyer when they come see the house because you already know what's going on. This also gives a clean bill of health to the buyers coming in so that they know what's going on with the home and may actually still give you more money or the value that you're looking for the home, knowing that you took the time to let everybody know exactly what they're walking into and that they know they're getting a good home. So as a seller, if you have the ability to get a home inspection done prior to putting the home on the market, that may actually be a very invaluable expense that will provide you much more profit in the long run and a much smoother transaction and sale process as you go through this journey. Bonus number 2, staging. Hiring a stager or an interior designer to come in and look at your home and to make sure it's presented in its best light is such an invaluable expense. Their eye will be able to match the benefits and the features of your home to the market or the people that are coming in to make sure it's being maximized in its proper way. Now, we also know if you can do landscaping and make sure the curb appeal is there, you also want to get that done. However, hiring a stager can actually give you a 2, 3, or 4x on the value of your home based off how it looks because the buyers can come in there and see what they actually will live like should they choose to buy your home. So I hope you find this information valuable, and as you begin the process of getting your home on the market or getting your home ready for sale, please make sure you refer back to these items that I talked about so that when you start the process, it becomes a smooth transition for you and actually helps the professionals around you make sure that they're maximizing their talents and provide you the best value possible. If there's anything I missed or any questions that you may have, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. I'd definitely love to engage with you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.